everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be showing off my Adam Sandler collection. This is a video that was recommended by my friend Esley from Entertainment Fanatic Reviews. So I'm going to show you all of my Adam Sandler movies that I have. First, I've got his The Best of Adam Sandler from Saturday Night Live. It has like his popular skits and stuff. Really good DVD. It has some really good skits and everything. My favorite one is probably Canteen Boy with Alec Baldwin. I just think that was hilarious and everything. Next is Going Overboard. This one's not a very popular one. I don't think a lot of people have even seen it. It was his very first starring movie and everything. It came out in I think '89. It was an okay movie and everything. It's not one of my most favorites, but it's very low budget, or as he says in the movie, it's a no budget movie. But it's still a lot of fun to watch. Then there's Shakes the Clown, directed by Bobcat Goldthwait. Adam Sandler's just a supporting role in this movie. And Robin Williams is also in this movie and has a brief role in this movie. But yeah, Adam Sandler's not in this one very much. He plays a clown. It's one of the few movies where I'm actually not scared of the clowns in it because of the actors. I'm not really scared of the actors that are playing the clowns. And then Coneheads. He's not in this one's just a cameo movie, but he just has a cameo in it. But yeah, I got this one. And then Airheads with Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi. This is another one that I don't think was a huge hit. I think it has a cult following and everything, but it wasn't a huge hit. I'm a huge fan of Brendan Fraser as well, so I was really excited when I found this movie because having Adam Sandler and Brendan Fraser, because both of them are two of my favorite actors. Next is Billy Madison. This was the movie that really got him going and everything, and it's still one of his best to this day. I know a lot of people say this one and Happy Gilmore are the only two of his that are really good. I disagree on that, but this is definitely still one of his best today, and I don't deny that. Happy Gilmore, another one that I love a lot. Like most Adam Sandler fans, I agree that this is one of his best. I don't think it's his very best like a lot of his fans say, but I do enjoy this one quite a bit. And then there's Bulletproof, starring him and Damon Wayans. I think this one wasn't like a huge hit when it came out. But it's actually one of my favorite ones. I think it's hilarious and everything. It's a pretty good action comedy. And then there's another one that he's just a cameo in, Dirty Work. It's a pretty good movie. It stars Norm Macdonald. It's pretty funny. But he's not in it very much, unfortunately. It's just like, he's only in there for about maybe 10 seconds. Then The Water Boy, another one of my most favorites of his. That's Kathy Bates, who I think is absolutely gorgeous in this movie. She's just one of the most sexiest and beautifulest actresses out there. As Billy Madison would say, when it comes to Kathy Bates, she's so hot, want to touch the hiney. Next is, this one's a Drew Barrymore 3-pack, but it has The Wedding Singer in it. That was the only way I could get The Wedding Singer. which is one of my favorites out of the three that her and Adam Sandler did together. This isn't my number one favorite out of the three, but it's definitely really good and everything. And then the movie that introduced me to Adam Sandler, Big Daddy. I remember seeing this movie when I was probably 8 years old. It was the very first Adam Sandler movie I ever watched, and I just love this movie. And then Little Nicky, which Esley and I reviewed here recently. I love this movie. It's absolutely hilarious and one of his best. For a good 10, 12 years, I think Sandler was on a roll, and this was one of the best ones in his heyday. And then Mr. Deeds, another one of my favorites. I've watched it I don't know how many times. And like most of his movies, I just enjoy them probably a little bit more every time I watch them. This is another one of the ones that's like that. And then Punch Drunk Love, which was his big break into doing a dramatic movie. I'm not extremely big on this movie, but I do like it quite a bit. I think it's one of his best performances. I don't deny that, but I don't think it's one of his best movies, if that makes sense. It's one of my It's not one of my favorite movies, but I do love his performance in it and everything. And then Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights, which I usually watch at least once every year. I skipped it last year because I had so many other movies that I was trying to watch and everything during the holidays, so I will be watching this one at least once, maybe twice this year to make up for last year. And then this was the second Adam Sandler movie I had ever seen, Anger Management, with Jack Nicholson. I think it's a hilarious movie. Jack Nicholson cracks me up in this movie, especially the scene when Adam Sandler cooks him breakfast and he throws the plate of eggs at him and says, "I said over easy." It just cracks me up every time. But yeah, this is a hilarious movie, and every time my brother gets mad because of that movie, I start saying "Goose Fraba," like when he's getting mad, yelling at the video games and stuff. And then 50 First Dates, which is possibly my favorite movie with Adam Sandler. It's my favorite one that him and Drew Barrymore did together, for sure. And it's possibly my favorite one that he's been in. I go back and forth between my number 1 and 2 favorites, but I love this movie. It's hilarious and everything. I enjoy it every time I watch it. And then there's Spanglish, another one of his drama movies. This one was kind of a comedy drama, but it's more drama than comedy. But I really like this one. It's really good, and his performance in this is really, really good. I think he should have gotten an Oscar nomination for this movie, but the Oscars are not really that interested in Adam Sandler, I don't think. And The Longest Ride. This was not one of my very most favorites. I know a lot of people love this movie, and I think it is good and everything, but it's just not one of my most favorites. But I don't think it's terrible either. I mean, I enjoy it every time I watch it. I just don't love it like I do some of his other movies. And then another one of my personal favorites, Click. I love how this movie has a lot of heart in it, and it has it gets pretty emotional in some of the scenes, but I just love this movie. It's one of my favorites that he's in. And then Reign Over Me. Now this movie, I think he should have gotten an Oscar nomination. I don't understand why he didn't, because his performance in this movie was absolutely amazing. It's actually really hard to believe that it's Adam Sandler in this movie because of how good it is and everything. It's just excellent performance. If you haven't seen this one, I definitely would recommend it. It's really good movie. And then got I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, which this is the first Adam Sandler movie I saw in the movie theater. I had gone to see it with a couple of my really good friends. This was just a hilarious movie. This one's definitely one of my other most favorites of his too. And then You Don't Mess with the Zohan, which when this movie first came out, I didn't like it. I thought it was just too weird and everything, but it's grown on me quite a bit since it first came out and since I saw it for the first time. It's not one of my most favorites, but I do enjoy it. And then Bedtime Stories, which is another one of my favorites. I don't know where I'd rank this, if it'd be in my top 10 or not, but I enjoy this movie quite a bit. I like it's silly and everything, but it's still really enjoyable and everything. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I'm surprised him and Disney haven't made any other movies together since this one, in a way. And then Funny People. This is the other one that would be in my top 2. In a lot of ways, I'd say this is my favorite Adam Sandler movie. It's one of my favorite performances of his. And everything. I love that it has, like, it's mostly Seth Rogen's crew, and Adam Sandler is in it though, and I love that and everything. But I'm a huge Seth Rogen fan. In fact, I may show off his collection sometime too. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see my Seth Rogen collection. But yeah, this is a good movie. Kind of underrated. I don't think it was like a huge hit or anything. And then Grown Ups, this was one of the ones that I know a lot of critics like panned bad, but I enjoy this movie a lot. It's one of my personal favorites. I think this was one of his last really good ones and everything. And just love seeing all these all these actors together. They work so good together, and they're just fun watching them. The movie doesn't have too much of a plot, but it's still just fun watching them together. And there's Just Go With It. Another one that I like this one quite a bit. I do think that his chemistry with Jennifer Aniston is pretty good. I don't think it's quite as good as it is with Drew Barrymore, but I still enjoyed this movie quite a bit. And a movie that I actually really consider underrated, and yes, I actually do like this movie, Jack and Jill. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I understand why people hate it, because it is over the top, it's silly, it's crazy and everything, but I just still love it. Him playing both characters, I think, is funny and everything, and Al Pacino in this is hilarious, and the Everybody Wants My Dunkachino song that he sings, it just cracks me up, and this is a really good comedy movie. Another one that I think is a lot better than most people say, That's My Boy. It's not one of his very best, but I do love this movie. I always enjoy watching it. I think it's hilarious and better than a lot of people say. The first Hotel Transylvania movie. I remember seeing this movie. I was a little bit disappointed with it. I thought it could have been a little bit better, but it really grew on me a lot after rewatching it a few times and everything. And but I haven't is this one out of the two Hotel Transylvanias that I've seen. This one's my favorite one so far. And then I got Grown Ups 2, which is my least favorite Adam Sandler movie. I did love the first movie, but I think Rob Schneider not coming back really hurt this movie for me. And I was just really, really disappointed with it. And to me, it gets worse every time I watch it. I know my other friend who's a huge Adam Sandler fanatic. He says he likes it a lot more now than he did, but it just hasn't grown on me. I've tried and everything. I just can't get it. I don't know why, but. And then there's Blended. I was a little bit disappointed with this one at first when I very first saw it. I think a huge part of that was because of how much I loved The Wedding Singer and 51st Dates. I think I had my expectations up too high. But when I've rewatched it and everything, I've enjoyed it a lot more. Men, Women, and Children, another drama that he did. It's a pretty good movie, kind of underrated. But, yeah, it's pretty good. The Cobbler. I don't remember this movie very well. I haven't actually watched this in a good... since I very first got it back in 2015. So it's been almost 4 years since I've seen this movie. But I really enjoyed it when I saw it and everything. I thought his performance was really good in it. But I don't remember how much I like it and everything. Because I've only seen it like twice. And there's Pixels, which I hated this movie the very first time I watched it. I don't know why, but I thought it was just absolutely terrible and everything. But then I rewatched it I rewatched it a few years ago, and I enjoy it a lot more. I still don't think it's one of his very best, and it probably still is one of my least favorites, but I still think it's better than I thought it was the first time. And this one I've only seen once, Hotel Transylvania 2. I just recently got this copy. I haven't rewatched it yet. I'm planning on rewatching all three of them, and I might even do reviews for them. I haven't decided yet on that, but I don't remember this one very well, except that I remember being disappointed in it. And I don't know why it was, because I didn't have extremely high hopes for it, because even though I did like the first movie, I didn't think it really needed the sequel. And then I've got The Do-Over, which I got copied off of the internet, and Sandy Wexler. I love both of those. I haven't seen any of his. The only other Netflix movie that I've seen of his is The Ridiculous Six, which I don't have yet, but I like that one a lot too. I haven't seen any of the ones since Sandy Wexler came out though, unfortunately. And then the last one out of his movies is Hotel Transylvania 3. I still haven't watched this one yet either, because I need to, like I said, I need to rewatch the first two as well, so I'm planning on trying to watch this one sometime soon too. In fact, I may watch it after I finish watching the show I've been watching. And then I've got the Adam Sandler CD, What's Your Name, which is my favorite CD of his. I do have his other CDs, they're just copied. I don't have them store-bought. My friend made me copies of his of them from his CDs and everything. I'm planning on buying them where I'll have them with the cases and everything sometime before too long, hopefully. Whenever I can. It actually probably won't be anytime soon. But, and then Adam Sandler is not in these most of these movies except for cameos. We've got Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo. So he has a voice cameo in this one. These are movies that are from his company, Happy Madison. Then Joe Dirt, which he's not in, but he helped produce it, and I think I don't know if he didn't help write it, but he's a producer on it, and it's from Happy Madison. And then The Animal, which he does have a cameo in. He plays the same type of character as Rob Schneider played in The Waterboy and Little Nicky in this one, and he does the "You Can Do It," except he doesn't do it quite as good as Rob Schneider does. And then The Master of Disguise, another one that he produced. I don't think he had any cameos in this one, but this is one of those movies that's so stupid, but it's funny because of how stupid it is. And then Dickie Roberts, former child star. Pretty funny one with David Spade that he helped make and everything. And The Benchwarmers, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Or not, oh, sorry, that's not Benchwarmers. That's Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. I'm sorry. I haven't seen this one in quite a while. If I remember right, I think I liked the first one better, but this one was an alright sequel. And then, yeah, here's a Benchwarmer. Sorry, I was looking at the back of this when I was holding that one up. Yeah, this one was one I enjoyed quite a bit. I watched this one with my grandpa. He enjoyed it too. And then 3-pack that has Here Comes the Boom, which I still haven't watched. I need to watch that one. Paul Blart Mall Cop, which I've only seen once, and that was in the theater back, I guess it's been 10 years. And Zookeeper, which is one of my favorites. But yeah, I love all of these movies. And my Adam Sandler collection, and then I've got Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, which I still haven't watched either. I need to take some time and watch some of these that I haven't watched yet. I've been so busy watching other things. But anyway, that's my Adam Sandler collection and also my Happy Madison collection. I figured I'd go ahead and just show you guys that too. But feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know in the comments what you think of the collection. Let me know what your favorite Adam Sandler movie is. And if there's any of these Adam Sandler movies you'd like me to review on my channel, also let me know in the comments on that. And you can follow me on Facebook at OgreBoy1992. Or if you have any requests or anything, you can write me at, or email me at OgreBoy1992@gmail.com. And I'll leave a link to Esley's Facebook in the comments and everything, so be sure to check out his channel. And I hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you all, and have a good day.